Yes, sir. We're back again with another episode of From Downtown. Today is April 15, 2024. A great Monday. Hopefully y'all have had a great Monday too. But we don't really have much today in terms of, like a worldwide conglomerate of sports. All we really have today is a fucking plethora of baseball games. And guess what a nigga is kinda good at? I would never say I'm good at any of this shit. And guess what a nigga loves talking about? Baseball. So like I said Friday, college baseball was definitely a up and up. If you looked at our SEC series went this weekend, I think we lost our series 2-1 to Tennessee. I think did we win a game? Yeah, but it was a shit show for everybody except for Texas A&M. Look like and maybe Vandy, because they pulled the game out. And I thought they weren't gonna do that, but other than that, I think that college baseball is definitely going to go into their extra, I guess their postseason, and we'll see a lot. I want to say we could see more out of teams at the bottom like LSU and Arkansas, but it's like I don't know. Like I think right now LSU is 3-10, 3-11 in SEC play right now, and it's kind of it's sad. Of course, it's sad. We're definitely a better team than that, but the SEC is stacked. And if you listen to me when this season first started, I was like, there's no other team that's going to win the World Series this year. If it's not an SEC team, there's no other team. Like no ACC, nobody in the ACC is playing at a higher level than I guess like our lower SEC schools right now. Like Kentucky is leading the fucking SEC. Things that you couldn't really, I guess, I could foresee. Like I knew that the SEC would be the most volatile conference. Like anybody could win that motherfucker at any given time, especially in baseball. They all recruit their asses off in the SEC for baseball. So I think that the disparity between teams aren't that far apart. But it's like you get people like LSU. You get the fucking World Series champions last year looking like scrubs when they go up against World Series caliber teams again. Like I mean, it's crazy to see how fast that changed. And it's crazy to see how fucking much Paul and Dylan Cruz helped us out last year. Like nigga, like having just a pro ready player on a pitching mound and one in the field, like it just makes you better as a team. And we kind of see that difference now. I think we have a great pitcher on the mound, but I don't think we have pitchers that can go through and feed off of the energy that Gidrick can bring you. If he don't go to the infield next year, I don't know. I think he might leave. But other than that, college baseball is very finicky. Tonight, not really choosing much of the college baseball shit. Because we have fucking 20 MLB games. No, I'm lying. But it's like we have fucking like a shitload of MLB games. So we're gonna go ahead and try to knock those out the way. Starting off with at 5 o'clock. Oh, it's some fucking. If I feel like if today was Dinger Tuesday, tomorrow is going to be amazing. Just put it that way. Starting off, the Twins are at the Orioles. Twins trying to get back from the bottom of their division. Orioles fucking playing out of their mind. Definitely would go Orioles or lean towards Orioles just from like the consistency of how they've been playing. Tristan Cowser is damn near looking like one of the best fucking right fielders in the game, left fielders in the game. Other than that, not really sure about pitching wise, because I don't want to go with the fact that Cole Irvin is better than fucking whoever this guy is. Fucking Louis Varland. Louis Varland. But it's like I think Cole Irvin is the better pitcher, so I just kind of think he keeps more runs off the board than Louis. Louis' last outing, he only gave up 3 runs, so it wasn't terrible. But it also, they didn't play the Orioles. So I think tonight we see a good game out of the Orioles. I think we see a game where the Twins probably hit a deep ball off of Cole Irvin, or a few deep balls. I think 2 or 3 home runs could be hit by the Twins, but I don't think that's going to be the only way they can manufacture runs today. Yeah. So next game is the Rockies at the Phillies. Phillies are pitching Aaron Nola, while the Rockies are pitching Cal Quantrill. If you know anything about my dog Cal will give up a hit, nigga. That nigga Cal would give up a home run. That nigga Cal would give up a grand slam. But he fucking put the ball where it's supposed to be. That nigga is one of the most accurate pitchers who I feel like always has like bad luck with people just getting on top of his fastball and then just fucking taking that bitch over. Luckily, they're not playing in Colorado tonight. So I think that being in Philly kind of helps them with the run total wise of things. Because this could be like a fucking 12-run game to me if they were in Colorado. But I think right now it's at like 8 or 9. So thinking about that, I still say they score a lot of runs. But I think pushing it into double digits is kind of too high. Especially with Nola on the mound, like how many runs is Nola going to give up to the Rockies? Like, how can we see that happening? But I'm biased, LSU, of course. But yeah, I think the Phillies win this one by more than 1.5. I think the Rockies can't keep this game close in my mind. Way better team, way better roster. Rockies, I think they won the last game that they played. Surprisingly, so they could be, feeding off some good energy here. So where you can take like some alternate run lines, maybe at 2.5, 3.5, and just keep it going from there. But a lot of the things other than that for tonight is a lot of the games going to be later. The Yankees and the Blue Jays at 6:08. If you remember last week, we talked about the first series that the Yankees had with the Blue Jays, and I was just like, that discrepancy of a game, it shouldn't be that high. And I think the Blue Jays have settled in now. I think that was like their second series of the year, so I think they were kind of ready to go. Going to New York, play that shit, and they fucked around and get blowed out and shit like that. So I think that tonight we see a way more competitive game from the Blue Jays. I think we see a win. I think they actually win this fucking series. All the way through till Thursday. So I mean, I think tonight Bassitt is on the mound against Louis Gill. I mean, the addition of Juan Soto has made the Yankees look really unbeatable, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just for the fact his OBP is so crazy because he doesn't take a pitch off, like he doesn't take an at bat off. So I think that's leading to like a lot of other people, like the younger ones, Anthony Volpe, like they are looking like some great hitters right now, and it's hard for me to go against them right now, but like I said, the Blue Jays are definitely not scrubs. This is a team full and loaded with stars, just like the Yankees. But that first series they couldn't put it together well enough. But I think it's going to be a total opposite thing here, and especially with series in the fucking MLB, you're gonna have you got what 12 to 13 series. Well, fuck no. Now it's more. It should be. I think you get since they're playing against all AL and NL teams now. I think you probably get like 14 division series, and that's with every team. There's like 3 games with every team. Like the Yankees, the Astros, the fucking Rays. Like you're gonna play these teams over and over and over and over and over. And I feel like the Blue Jays are gonna do enough tonight. Like this is their second time seeing them. Like it's not really much, in the baseball world. Like 3 games ain't shit. Fuck 10 games ain't shit in the baseball world. But other than that, I feel like the Blue Jays are just a better team. I don't know why I feel that way. I really do. I really feel like the Blue Jays are a better team, but the Yankees really have those names, and those names got paid to play, and they're going to play their fucking asses off. Other than that, next game that I wanted to talk about was the Pirates at the Mets. We are throwing out Adrian Howler tonight against Mitch Keller. Martin Perez. I thought they was pitching Mitch Keller. They're pitching Martin Perez. Now that I look at that, I'm more, I don't know. I'm more likely to choose us tonight to cover points. The Mets, that is. Didn't realize that was Martin Perez pitching tonight. I think a lot of our righties, Starling is trying to think about who else we can really see. I think Brett Beatty has a good game tonight. He's not a righty. But I just think that a lot of the things we see tonight will be a good telltale to see how we're gonna fucking keep continuing this season. The Mets organization looks very ass compared to how fans see it. I think nobody was at the game like the last weekend either. So I think that a lot of the things that from tonight are just gonna have to be to find your spots here with hits. not home runs. I can tell you that. Adrian Hauser barely gives up home runs, and I think Martin Perez can probably sit a few of our guys down. When I say a few, I mean more than 5. But it's like I think that Adrian Hauser keeps the ball on the ground, and the Pirates don't fucking go crazy and beat us by more than fucking 2 runs, 3 runs. But other than that, I think that Adrian Hauser keeps it close. If we can get 5, if we can get 4. Like 4 2/3 of an inning out of fucking Adrian Hauser where he didn't give up runs, I feel like we win this game. I'm trying to look for other games that really could mean something right now. Well, not necessarily mean something, but just, fun to talk about. I think that the Cubs and the Diamondbacks is actually one of the games. Like, the Cubs are fucking doing amazing. Not amazing. They are doing better than what they were last year, and it's fun to watch. Never want the Cubs to be ass. Well, I don't. And I think that at this time right now, the Cubs are looking for not a spark, but like I don't know. They just want to string together wins at this point, I feel like right now. And that's just the biggest thing early in the season is stringing together wins and getting that chemistry together with your teammates in which you just feel like we can run through walls. We can do whatever whatever the skip tells us to do. So, I mean, that's going from defensive shifts, that's going from fucking being able to hit pinch hit when your name's called upon. I think the biggest thing right now is like just seeing how the fucking resurgence of Cody Bellinger and my dog Christian Yelich. Like, y'all really wrote them niggas off, but I never would. I would never write Christian Yelich off. But like, honestly, no bullshit aside, I'm very happy to see those two play at a fucking pace. I mean, play like how they were always playing. I guess like Cody Bellinger was like one of the best players for the Dodgers during that time, and I think the year before that, Yelich had won the MVP, and it was like you kind of saw after that, like it went kind of downhill. I think numbers went down. Expectations went down for both, and I was like, this is crazy work. I think last year Cody Bellinger was like a DH. Like, nigga, this was crazy work. But I'm glad to see that shit shake back. I think Corbin Carroll has a good game. I think he can steal a base for you as well. The way I watched the Padres and Dodgers game, I don't really think they have too many catchers out there that's with a better arm than Will Smith, and people were still able to get Ha-Seong Kim got a fucking stolen base on them. So I think tonight we can see Corbin Carroll fast as make his way around the bases if he gets a hit or a walk on base, regardless. Last game that I really want to talk about for the end of the night is our fucking division rivals. The Braves are playing the Astros. I'm gonna be tuning into this game because I feel like the Astros could be beat if we catch their ass slipping at like the right time, like going into September, October, and that's way later into the season. The season is just starting. But I think that tonight, it's hard for me to pick the Astros just because I know like the Braves are definite dominant. Like they're dominant. Can't be beat. I'm not gonna say can't be beat. I just mean like their pitchers are fucking amazing. Down to the bullpen, to go from Spencer Strider being your fucking ace to Max Fried, it's like, okay, that's cool. A lot of the things that I'm gonna have to see here out of this game tonight is just gonna be how does Eric Getty control that fucking Braves lineup. I think I just think that the Braves bats are more lively this year. Way better lineup. Can't say way better, but it's like you have more players there that you've groomed to, be great. Austin Riley, Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna is playing fucking crazy. I mean, those type of people you can never overlook because you just could never expect to have your farm system provide you with that many superstars. Like, you have to be a great scout department with inside that organization. There has to be a great scouting department. But I think tonight the Braves win. It's in Houston, which kind of gives me a kind of a push and pull type of aspect on how I want to see this game. I don't think Houston being at home literally means anything unless somebody gets hit by a pitch tonight. But I think that this first game of this little series right here is going to go the Braves' way. I do think it's going to be a high scoring game. Mate, more than likely pushing the double digits. You got Eric Getty on the mound. Who is the Braves pitching? The Braves are, I know they ain't pitching. Oh, they're pitching Darius Vines. Okay, so I mean, hey. Darius Vines can give up four in 2 innings. So hey, we just seen this before. I think Eric Getty can do the same thing. I think we can get over like 11 or 12 runs here tonight. I think that this is going to be a big game that comes down to like the 7th, 8th, 9th. That last inning, them last couple innings stretch. Yeah, that's really all I have. I think that the biggest hitters of tonight are going to be people that play for the Phillies, going against the Rockies. I think that the Blue Jays can get you a few home run hitters, some great hitters. Thinking about Vlad, thinking about people like Kyle Schwarber with the Phillies, Bryce Harper, infielder, who doesn't really do much now but can fucking rake the ball. And I think Kyle Contreras is going to be that writer that throws that bitch right down the middle of the Bryce, and he's going to take that bitch out the park. Who else I think can hit a lot of home runs tonight? Scoring rise. I like the Cardinals to be able to put up a few runs against the Athletics with Ross Stripling on the mound. I think the Dodgers tonight with Tyler Glasnow on the mound going against the Nationals. They fucking beat the Nationals by like 10. I just think it's going to be over that 1.5 for them. I think they do get the ball at the park as well. I think yesterday Manny Machado being that fucking Manny Machado and Jurickson Profar being that damn clutch in the late innings is fucking. It was too much for the Dodgers to kind of handle. They kept the game close all the way through 6. So I mean, they were leading all the way up to 6. So I think like at this point it's like the Padres tied the game and then they just used that momentum to keep winning. I think the Dodgers fuck around and go out there and blow the Nationals out. Other than that, that's all we have today for MLB action, or from downtown action. I will see you guys tomorrow.